It's 2015, and what I'm doing is what Jesus wants us all to do, is to forgive. Forgive my past, forgive the past, forgive the hurts, forgive the angers, the resentments. I'm tired of fighting. I've fought all my life. Recently, I have been fighting for my life with medical issues. I've been fighting for the house in which we bought, and it's full of fraud and forgery. I'm also tired of fighting with the city and the police and the officials in this state. I'm tired of fighting for my rights. I'm tired of fighting to stand my ground on what is right, knowing the laws, knowing my civil rights. I'm giving it all up to God. I can't take any more. Between the medical, the house, and the harassment with the cops and the next door neighbor and the officials here, the judges, one is gone. You know, it's absurd. I try to go and get some help from the Attorney General, the FBI, the Governor's office, to no avail. There's 5 complaints filed with the FBI about all the police stuff and things that happen. You know what? They're filed. Let them deal with it. Let God deal with it. I'm tired. I'm done. Right now I'm fighting for my life to stay alive. October 2013, after all the hell I've been through here with everything, 3.5 years with the harassment with the cops and all this stuff, false police reports, false charges, bogus charges filed against me, civil rights violations by the magistrate judge. It's no longer there. I could go on. I've got 3,000 pages of documents. I've got audio, video. You know, I've got it. I've got the documents on the house. I'm tired. Doesn't mean I won't fight my rights again. You try and take them from me. As far as the house and the fire hazard that's still sitting up there in the Public Regulations Commission and the Governor's office, as well as the Attorney General, and there's a new one coming in. You know, if the house catches on fire, it's in my wife's name. You know, I'm done fighting with you. I'm trying to get help. I've tried to get help for 6 years, 5 years. Even though it's in black and white, it's in print, all the laws and such. You know what? I don't understand. But back in 2011, after nearly dying back then, or I don't know what happened, anxiety attacks, that I had misdiagnosis, drugs that were killing me, nearly killed me, put me in La La Land. I didn't know which way was up, which way was down. And then I'm dealing with these cops and the next door neighbor. Talk about a living hell. I'm done. I'm done fighting. You guys can play your games. Back in 2011 in November, I turned my life over to Jesus. I asked Him to come into my heart, into my life, and take over. Because I couldn't handle what was going on. Between the medical, the cops, the harassment, the house deal. Back in 2011, I couldn't handle it. I could go on with the problems. Phone harassment. How about a cop or his brother? Why he had my phone number on his phone, cell phone anyway, I don't know. But I believe it was the cop that did it. Phone pranked me 6 days. Started the day after we buried my father-in-law. Yeah, there's anger there. The city violating my civil rights as well as their attorney. Telling me I can't go into a public building without risk of arrest. Even to go vote. Couldn't go to the library. Go pay my water bill. Had to be done online, or my wife did do it. I give all that up. You guys can play your games. I give it to Jesus. Give it to God to take care of. I can't handle anymore. It's 2015. I'm tired of living a life of hell. I'm ready to live my life again. Enjoy life again. I don't know if you've ever been depressed enough to where you wish you didn't live. But I tell you what, I had a near-death experience back in October 2013. On the 4th, I had the surgery of a foot of colon removed. The same day, the cop's brother was charged with harassing me by phone. It was the court date. We won't go into that. That's another joke. DA's office, what a joke. I have a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, a lot of animosity. I'm letting it go. Anybody want to question it? Like I said, I have the documents. I don't care. I have proof. I have the evidence. Bring it. God, Jesus has my back right now. I'm turned my life over. I finally awoken in this last year after the heart attacks, the surgery. 9 days after the surgery, I had a heart attack, near-death experience. In there, it told me I have to learn forgiveness, and I'm not going to sue anybody over all the harassment and all this other stuff. I could easily sue the state and the city. Easily. But God's going to take care of it. I'm letting it all go. I had another heart attack where I had 100% blockage in the main artery on Halloween last year, or 2013. So you can pick your day, the 4th, the 13th, or the 31st, which day I got slapped in the face a number of times, actually all 3. I didn't want to live anymore. I had enough. But God kept me alive for something. First of all, I had to learn forgiveness. Right now, I'm forgiving everybody. But all the way from the city over here, mayor's office, the police, the fire, to judges, the state officials, all the way from Attorney General to your governor, even the FBI. Nothing's been done. There is a problem. I'm not condoning what was done by these cops. There needs to be something done about it. That's not my deal anymore. I fought this for over a year. after my October 13th journey, whatever you want to call it. Last thing I remember on Halloween morning is a guy with the paddles doing that and holding them up. That's the last thing I remember. That'll kind of wake you up a little bit. I've gone through a lot since then trying to understand what was going on. No, I'm not crazy. I'm forgiving you guys for what you did and didn't do with your jobs that you're supposed to support and protect the public, and you don't. You didn't do your jobs. I was very angry. I was going through medical stuff that made it even worse. I'm giving it all up. I'm forgiving you guys for what you did, including the cop that sat there and charged me 4 days after I was granted full medical disability from a federal judge, and the cop tells me I have nothing wrong with me. I can easily sue this place. I'm forgiving you. I have a lot of friends that were cops and are cops. There's still some that are, including a chief, captain, a number of cops. I've helped cops throughout my life. I'd help a cop again today, bad or not, if they're in trouble. I have a lot of respect for cops, but for what happened here, I have no respect for those bad cops, including the cops that are good cops. Turn their back, that makes them bad cops. I have no respect for that. And anyone seeing this should have no respect for that. On the other hand, cops have a hell of a job to do. And they're getting a bad rap by this racism, this stuff that's going on in this country that starts at the top there with Obama and his reverands, so-called reverands. There's your problem. These cops need to be protected. You're getting cops shot because of these racist, so-called reverend out there bashing cops. Bash the bad cops, not the good ones doing their job, and doing their job by the laws. What's going on, like with Ferguson and the others in New York, and is disgusting. And it starts with the president. Obama, you don't like the America, you don't like the USA, get out. Get out. We've had enough of you. Let's get some order back in this country. Let's get the enemy out of this country. And it starts with Obama. Illegal at that as well. Yeah, now I'm getting angered coming back. Because what's happening is disgusting. I'm part black, white, and Cherokee. And I gotta tell you, I'm very disgusted with the whites and the blacks in this country. You're both disgusting. I've seen more racism down here in New Mexico in the 7 years that I've lived here than I have my entire life nearly in the South. And it's only been the last 7 years, so let's see. I guess Obama, you've already been in office 6 years. Too long. And it's worse here than it was when I even got here. And it was bad enough to start with. So, I'm going to leave everything with this. I'm forgiving everybody here for what you did to me. I'm still dealing with my medical issues. I'm trying to get things taken care of with that. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. My wife is on her way home. So I'll leave it with this. Dear Lord in heaven, I'm tired of the fights. I'm tired of standing my ground to people that have a control issue or whatever their issue is. Please, dear God, settle their minds so they're not doing what they did to me, to others. They're in positions where they're supposed to protect and to serve, not beat up and harass. Defend the laws that you're supposed to defend. Uphold the laws that you're supposed to uphold in the courts. There's so much bias here, it's unbelievable. Dear Lord, please remove all that. Have some fairness going on. Honesty going on. At the same time, protect the first responders around this country from the harm of the evil that's going on with this racism and hate and so on. I experienced it, I understand now, as well as being on a medical issues, creating a lot of chaos in there. And I see that around the country. And that's one of the things that I've been asked to do, is to speak up against that. Speak up against the citizens that are even calling 911 for help, and yet they're getting harmed, they're getting humiliated, they're getting hurt, they're getting beaten and killed. That's wrong. That has to stop. Dear Lord, please step into this and stop that. Straighten out this mess in this country with the police. Right the right, wrong the wrong, get rid of the wrong. Stop the wrongs hurting the rights. If the wrongs don't like what's going on, the wrongs can leave. That includes Obama and your administration and all your people up there. That's the problem. The militarization, all you got now is you're getting cops that are just nothing but bullies with guns and badges and armor to protect them. That's not serving the citizens. Dear Lord, stop all this. Straighten this mess out. I release all my anger, my frustration, my animosity of what's happened to me in the past 6 years here. 5 years. The cops have backed off after I caught them with false police report showing the second time that this bail bondsman has threatened me, and yet they turn me in as write me up as a suspect. But if you listen to 911 tapes, totally different. I released all this. You know all the issues, dear God. You were there. Release this and take care of it all. Release me from all that anger. the animosity. All I want is love. I will pray for all of those that wrong me. I forgive all those that wrong me. Amen. God bless. Happy New Year. 2015. Gonna be a great year.